Okay, hello everyone. I am live on Twitch, and yeah, so this is the first stream where you will be able to see my very charming good looks. um, yeah, um, but yeah, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I am back on stream and I am playing some Ace Attorney. I'll be continuing my playthrough of this wonderful game. Um, I'm looking forward to continuing it. Hopefully today we can maybe get through the bonus case that I've started doing, which is the Lana Sky case. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna continue. So yeah, let's do this. Boom. Oh yeah, I just stopped it mid-trial. Okay, this knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there is evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective. That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Well, wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oh no. Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay, jumping right into a cross-examination here. Department in disorder, so let's press that one. Excuse me, special. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Brighto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Okay, let's press this one. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Yeah, maybe. Oh, yes. We're getting into some good examination here, guys. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that has had me stumped all this time. So, how were things down at the department? That was a bad day for the... Yeah, let's press that one. Something happened at the PD too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Rhino, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the PD that day? Okay, let's press this one. Because, yeah, we need to get more information. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the PD. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Archie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rhino. I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh, God. Yeah, what would be the most useful thing to find out? I don't think it was where the victim was found. I think it was, yeah, let's say when did the victim die? So, when did the murder at the PD occur? Now that's a sharp question, Rhino. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Okay, the time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Wait, hang on. Why is that a scary coincidence? Goodman died within an hour and a half of fall. Okay. So, present the autopsy report? No, okay. Oh. Press that one. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, okay. So I was meant to press not present there, but yeah, I figured it out. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think whether that happens in, like, whether I've heard of that happening before. Like, ever. Like, it seems like 2 murders at the very same time is like, that sounds like a very bad day if you're a policeman. Like, I would be very sorry for Detective Gumshoe right now. But yeah. What are the chances? Coincidence. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Okay, it's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Can we contradict that? I don't know if we can contradict that, because we don't know anything about the second case. Yeah. I'll try pressing again, I think. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rhino. You understand. Try to understand, Rhino. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the 2 murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Okay, let me, yeah, let's examine this knife. Okay, so let's examine this knife. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. Ugh. Yeah, I think that's a link, potentially. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. So, yeah. So, let me check. Yeah, SL9. Okay. Okay, let's try presenting this. Yes, okay. I'm glad I picked the right statement. I knew what to present, I just wasn't entirely sure what statement to present it on. But yeah. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest to goodness, what do you mean from Archie? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12, 2. That is not what it says, Your Honor. It's upside down, yeah. Just flip it around. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? 221 SL9. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief. Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino. I win? Ah, what game is this guy playing? Okay, this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah. Okay. Press. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Lilworthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Yeah, there's definitely some link going on there. That was a, yeah, okay. Let's press. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Rhino, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. Press. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was, yeah. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Yeah. Yeah, we've read this before, that's fine. Where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? Well, wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. Yay! With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay, present the knife, I guess? Oh! Okay, let me, Okay, now I'm gonna press this one again, and I'm gonna ask the other question. So yeah, I'm gonna ask them the other question just to make sure I've got all the information. So how the victim was killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. And a knife. That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. Well, what do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Okay. Okay. Right, I clearly need to present some kind of evidence, so let's see. I feel like there's something on the knife I'm not, like, checking that I'm meant to. Yeah, I already checked that, that's fine. Yeah. Is there anything else that I need to check? No? Okay, so, this one? No. Yeah, I'm a little lost. Yeah, prosecutor's trophy? Nah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need to save now because, yeah. Because if I don't save them, then I'm very much at risk of getting a game over. So yeah. So yeah, let me save just to be safe. There we go. Okay, so see, any of these statements could be a contradiction or could have something to do with evidence. Yeah. I swear I used to have more statements. I wonder if, yeah, where is, yeah, I'll just try and get those statements back that I think I've lost. When the victim died, how the victim was killed. Or maybe I am going berserk and thinking that, like, there is more. Yeah, now we can get Gantz to testify about the details. So, what, do I press this again? Oh, there we go. Oh, I figured it out. Of course, yeah, that's so weird. I thought I had to present evidence, but apparently I didn't. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Rhino. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lock was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Wow, he's just gonna give it to us? What? Really? Who would have guessed? Yeah, who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Press. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Try me. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Oh, Paul Judge, he's always being picked on. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the PD. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning. It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Oh. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You said the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Oh, snap! What? Okay, so let me get this straight. So the victim at the police department has the same ID number as Goodman, who was killed in the prosecutor's office parking lot. What? Well, we're definitely presenting this. Witness. Everyone just goes silent. What is it? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number right here. Oh, is it yours? No. Why would Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney have a police ID number? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rhino. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. That moment when the penny finally drops. Everyone's just dead silent. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we had from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again. I think the judge might have Alzheimer's. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. Yeah, what does it mean? We have 2 victims with the same ID number. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho ho ho, sharp as a tack, Rhino, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yes, he was, Judge. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the PD, in the evidence room at the exact same time. Oh my god, it's Attack of the Clones, Phoenix Wright edition. But that's impossible, so what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. Order. Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yeah, you ask them the good questions, Edgeware. Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. Oh, what? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oops. We were there in the investigation when that happened. So yeah, basically, this happened on an earlier stream. But Officer Meekins came into Edgeworth's office to try and give him something, and Edgeworth just shrugged it off. So yeah, he didn't want any of it, and now I bet he's gonna kick himself, because turns out that bit of information Meekins had to give was very important. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Yep, there we go. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. He says sir an awful lot, I don't think you need to say sir at the end of every sentence. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the PD evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Oh, Edgeworth, all you had to do was read the top of the report. Ah, well, why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Oh, Edgeworth's feeling a bit embarrassed now because he's basically been told off by his superior. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Rhino over here. Good job, Rhino, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, poor Edgeworth, but then at the same time it was kind of his fault because all he had to do was not be tetchy and read the report. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. There we go. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. But yeah, that was a rather funny way to end this first bit of trialing. Edgeworth basically being a massive bonehead and screwing it up. But yeah, we're gonna save. Let's save. And yeah, now it's time for some more investigation. So yeah. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Well, let's see. Hey, Scotch, hi. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, I'm playing Ace Attorney. Yeah, we just finished a very interesting trial section. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Edgeworth can redeem himself after the little screw up that he made. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the PD are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. She's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick rimmed blasts of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay. Oh wow, we just automatically got shifted to the prosecutor's office. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the PD murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. Don't mind me, I just love the music in this game. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Hey! Luminol. Well, that is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. I mean, you know the saying, blood is thicker than water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. Yeah, the fun stuff. The luminol is the fun stuff, Scott. I love the luminol. Luminol for life. But yeah, I think the luminol testing like examination might be my favorite in this whole case. Although the fingerprints are also pretty fun as well, but yeah, the luminol is definitely the fun stuff. I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains. We're testing blood stains for this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. You had an extra pair of those things. Hey, here we go. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter or X in my case to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Okay. Yay, fun blood spraying time. Okay, so let's, I think a good place to check for blood stains is usually around the body area. Oh, there we go, hit pay dirt already. There we go. But yeah, let's examine. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this scientifically? The amount of blood. Yeah, considering it's like right near the body, there doesn't seem to be that much blood. The perpetrator and Detective Gunman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark out the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Oh, yay. I'm being helpful. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yes, you are, Emma. I will defend you, don't worry. Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Wow, she literally have to save money just to buy some luminol. Hey, luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. But let's track that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! It's the cough-up queen. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr, you only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Okay, I guess it's time to talk to Angel, so let's ask her about today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Huh. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Here's a fun question for you to answer in the chat if you feel like it. Given that it is, I mentioned this when I started the stream, but it is very hot today in the UK. So I've already mentioned my dream holiday destination is Japan. So yeah, I'm just wondering if anyone was brave enough to share where they'd like to travel to one day. But yeah, my dream holiday was Italy, but I've already been there. But yeah, now it's Japan. But yeah, I highly recommend Italy as well though, like Italy. Oh, Ireland! I've actually been to Ireland. I think, yeah, it's very, very rural, very nice, very, very kind of peaceful, serene. Yeah, I think you'd like it, Scotch, yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. Okay. Now let's ask Angel about Detective Star. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Yeah, the Celtic music as well, like the Irish dancing. Yeah, that's another good point. I know a lot of people also go to Ireland for like the beer and to get drunk. But yeah, it's very peaceful and yeah. I think everywhere around Ireland, I think I was mainly in like the Belfast area. So I think I was actually more Northern Ireland than Ireland itself. But yeah, Northern Ireland is also really nice as well. I highly recommend that. But yeah. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Okay, yeah, so... Present SL9. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Okay, let's talk to her about, let's, present the knife? Yeah. What do you think about this? Yeah. You've already seen that. Okay, can I talk to her? That's weird. I wonder why I can't talk to her about it yet. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the PD. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Okay, so now let's examine, or let's present the luminol fluid, question mark. Could you take a look at this? You? Yes. You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Yes, examine, slide, That's where we found that note. SL9, the SL9 incident, a case that was due for transferal the day of the murder, and the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Yeah. Okay, let's check the car. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Skye choose this car? So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. Wow, that hits too close to home for me. My driving test is literally the day after tomorrow. So, yeah. Big week. Yeah, let's see. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. Oh, thank you, Scotch. Yeah, I've been practicing my driving a lot, so yeah, getting ready for it. Right now I'm gonna focus on like calming my nerves and yeah, making sure I'm as confident and well rested and as happy as I can be for the test. And then yeah, hopefully I'll get my driving license on Wednesday. But yeah. Hey, what did you say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Let's present more things to Rachel, to Angel. Could you take a look at this? Okay, that's not. Okay. It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Skye really trying to say, I wonder? Could you take a look at this? Oh no. Okay, that's not. Yeah. Let's keep. Okay. Okay. Victim shoe. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay, so let's examine, and then let's oil drums. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hiya! But that's okay. Don't cry. That Lana Skye must be one strong woman. Okay, and let's so this is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. Okay, let's this is where the cars leave a lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Maybe it's both, kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? Let's examine the door. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, we need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Okay, detention center, okay. Looks like Miss Skye is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested the suspect in the PD murder? Let's come back later. Okay, let's move to the right and Colossus. Okay. Yep, so, police department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Okay, let's move into here. Ooh, gas station, new area, let's go. So yeah, we are now in a new area, the gas station, and if you look around, it looks very Western inspired. Who have we met to do with this case who seems very Western inspired, I wonder? What's with the decor in this case? It's, in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, okay. Examine. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus will fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Okay, There's a security guard uniform hanging there. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? No, Emma. It is called a poncho. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. I mean, I love Emma, and she can be smart when it comes to science, but I feel like with anything else, Emma can be like a little bit dumb. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yeah, at least she didn't call it a panda. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, poor pandas, if they were mistaken for, Western, a garment often associated with Western culture. Yes, computer. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Okay, and then let's scan this. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah, okay. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Yeah, okay, can I, nice hat. Yikes, you sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than the physical similarity. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. No, there isn't anything else, I don't think. So let's move, question mark. Okay, criminal affairs. Let's check on Gumshoe. The great thing about me having a webcam on my stream now is I don't have to tell you guys when I'm having a break. You can see me having a break. Hi, King Cash. Hello, how are you? Thank you for popping in and hanging out. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Yeah, I had to think what day it was then. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Oh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating, but don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Okay, so back to the police department. Can we examine anything? Maybe PC Badger? The Blue Badger is still riding around today. Dance along to the Blue Badger theme. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, ooh, I don't think I've heard of that game. Creatures of Ava. Interesting. I'm hoping it's good though. But yeah, I'm big on my music myself. I love to listen to music. Can I take out his batteries? But yeah, I wonder what kind of game Creatures of Ava is, because yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one. I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot, what were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. Yeah, The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like people in these posters. They hardly even look human. But yeah, now that you're here, King Cash, I did ask a question of the day earlier. So yeah, I'm just interested to know where everyone's dream holiday destination is. Given that we are we're very much kind of in the middle of like a very hot summer, so I'm just curious. So just to repeat for anyone who's just come in, so my dream destination was Italy, and then I went there, and it was amazing, and now my dream destination is Japan. So yeah, but yeah, she has a point. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do out here. Gas station. I don't think I can examine anything else in here. Yeah, maybe I need to now go back to the parking lot and talk to Angel. Yeah, so I'll go do that. So back to the entrance, back to the parking lot. Oh, V-Fresh's Yoshi emote. I love the little Yoshi wave. But yeah, let's, can I talk? No. The body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Yeah. Could you take a look? No, that's not a presentable clue. Blue Badger. No. Okay, let's examine the security room. So that's where Miss Starr saw the incident from. You can probably see quite a lot from up there. I've always been interested in Australia as well. I've like seen it on like because over here in the UK there used to be like an interesting like finding a home program, where UK couples would choose whether they want to, like, they go to Australia for a bit on like a holiday and also to look at houses, and then they'd see whether they'd want to stay in Australia or like keep living in the UK. Yeah, and like Australia seems like a really nice place. Like there's plenty of beaches. I mean, it's a massive country. So yeah, I definitely consider going to Australia one day. But yeah, I do imagine it is pretty expensive to like travel there and then live there, and yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, that one. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw this guy stab him. Where's the security guard anyway? Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Starr. That woman's a force to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. Itchy. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes, so he went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Oh, finally, there we go. Now we can talk to Angel Starr about the SL9 incident. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Oh, time for some juicy backstory time. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Okay, let's ask her about Detective Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, but those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Oh, I love a good steak. I love a good steak. Yeah, my go-to rarity for steak is probably medium rare. And I prefer like cuts of steak that aren't too tough, that are nice and tender. Yeah, that's like my ideal steak. Mr. Officer Marshall, is he are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. He made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. But yeah, I think we're all done here. So let's go to the police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that? One snake lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, poor Gumshoe, he looks so sad. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Oh. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the PD evidence room, right, pal? On the same day a detective was killed in the parking lot, another detective was killed at the PD. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. I wonder who this suspect is. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Hydration is very important. But yeah, let's move to the detention center. There we go. Detention center, visitor's room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Oh my god. R.I.P. earphone users, jeez. Oh, what was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. It's that guy. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Oh, dude. Do you have to speak through the megaphone? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Let's talk to Meekins. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Yeah, he really needs to turn down the stairs. Now, security officer is none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah, wow. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Oh my god, another similarity between the two cases. Both the suspects have hand injuries. Yeah, literally. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Okay, let's ask him about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. And nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Oh, it says sir so much. Also, apologies if you can hear any background noise. I do have the window open, and at this time of night, there can be a few randy kids getting all noisy outside. So yeah, but yeah, so just bear with that. Hopefully, it's not too loud. But yeah, let's ask him about his bandaged hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of a crime? Oh my god. Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. Okay. I don't think we have any evidence to show Meekins, so I'm just gonna move elsewhere. Yeah, let's yeah, what's in here? Is Edgeworth in here? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Huh? I guess we'll have to come back. Yep, so let's move. Move. Police department entrance. Move. Gas station. Move. No? Wow, really? Still nothing at the gas station? Police department. Move. Criminal affairs? No? Okay, maybe I can present stuff to Meekins. So, switchblade knife. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir. And I was being peeled. Wow, that sounds more like a nightmare to me. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Okay. Cracker, hey, when you have that, that's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm just going through the evidence and seeing what I can present to Meekins. Okay, let's... yeah, nope. Okay, and then... yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir, that's it, that's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct, that card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing. Meekins, for the love of God, will you stop speaking through that megaphone? I better pry into this one a little deeper. Okay, talk? Yeah, there we go. Crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost soul patrolman. I'm a lost soul lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. But that's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Someone really needs to take the megaphone off of Meekins, Jesus. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto to others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Well, what happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Okay, let's talk about his reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Okay. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. Oh, great. That's just great. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Okay, let's move to the underground parking lot. And let's move to the police department entrance. And then let's move to the gas station. And then let's examine. No. Okay, maybe I'm skipping a step here. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely, yeah, we've definitely talked to Angel about everything. Huh? Nope. Move. Police department entrance. Criminal affairs. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gann. No way. There he is, Police Chief Gann in the flesh. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sure, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. He checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. Wow, that's a lot of places that they checked. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Mateo G134, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for popping in. Just taking a drink break. But yeah, I'm playing Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney trilogy version. So like the HD remaster. But yeah, having fun so far. So yeah, oh ho ho, Chief Gam reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh god, ooh, itchy. Okay, let's talk. Ask him about Edgeworth. Ooh. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? You know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on North Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Rhino? Yep, Manfred von Kammer. Allegedly was undefeated in his 40-year career, but in court he fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Well wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. Well, what? Okay, let's ask him about the evidence room incident. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. Their being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, well that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Brido, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay, I was wondering, could you take a look at this? No. Okay, can we present anything to him? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, so, let's move to the PD entrance, to gas station, police department, underground parking lot, can't talk to Angel, High Prosecutor's office, move, Wright and Kurloff says, let's talk, what to do. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report. About the killing at the PD, right. The chief of police was right about that, but I can't help but think someone at the PD doesn't like Edgeworth. Okay, so, let's move, okay, we'll go here, underground parking lot, Okay, can I present anything to Chief Gant? Okay. Yeah, so I don't think we really can present anything to this guy. Although I am wondering how I am wondering. Oh. Okay. These are the detective desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tinier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used a cassette tape. What a crafty trick. That gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will expect cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's unimportant. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Ooh, interesting. I should really get back to investigating the crime scene. Okay, so let's police department entrance, underground parking lot, yeah. Okay, police department entrance, and then gas station. No. When is Marshall gonna show up? I swear I thought he would have shown up by now. But yeah, so let's go back to the criminal affairs, and then let's okay. Oh wow, nice handwriting. But yeah, let's can I? Oh, there we go. Permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Rhino would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Quite a long pause. Now, Rhino, actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Rhino, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Oh, that was nice of Chief Gant to give us a guest ID card. Heh, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, so yeah, police department entrance, and now we can go to the guard station. And now, yeah, I guess we just examine the card reader again. Yep. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Oh, here he is. He finally shows up. Let me have a drink of my water, because I'm about to do a country accent. Okay. Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so great? There he is. Hello, Detective Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw! Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Okay, guard station. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Okay, let's move into the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hi, Gumshoe. So sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Rhino, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Ban will loan anyone $50, even me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today. Boss for a day. And guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for the day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Okay. Let's talk to Gumshoe, boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the PD. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? Yeah, I mean, a boss does have to have some minions. We're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Okay, let's talk to him about Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Okay, let's ask him about the evidence lockers. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. There we go. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So, the only locker we can open is our own. Interesting. I actually remember a time in secondary school where I had to pay for my school dinner with my fingerprint. Yeah, that was interesting. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, the zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker added to the court record. Okay, so, oh yeah! Yeah, actually, yeah, let's backtrack to the guard station. And then, yeah, let's present the steak lunch. There we go. That smell. Oh, reminds me of Texas. Yeah, I actually forgot we had the steak lunch. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this for my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. Well, what's this? What? What's wrong? A fillet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask munch anything smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Okay, so yeah, let's talk to Marshall. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins of the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Meekly. You told us something. You said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know. Okay, let's ask him about himself. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's also sold on the record books, but it smells like a backing of poker. Ooh. I need another drink. This country accent is hard to pull off. I really like the countrified music whenever Marshall comes in. It's really nice. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about transferals too. Okay, let's ask him about the security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower in my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Yeah. Okay. So, it's the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah, okay, maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, let's ask him about transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, so we have see this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us an ID card record again. Aha! So Detective Goodman entered the evidence room at 5:14 p.m. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Yay! We got the ID card record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay, so let's let's move to criminal affairs. Oh no, Chief Gant's not there anymore, that's fine. Detention center. Yeah, maybe we can get Detective Meekins' ID. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Oh, really? You do have an idea. What do you mean? Or maybe you don't have an ID yet. Okay. Yeah, Angel won't have an ID anymore because she's not a detective. Yeah, so let's go back to the evidence room. Police department entrance, move, gas station, move, evidence room. Okay, hi Gumshoe. Right, let's present. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth came in here on the day of the murder? Wow. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Yeah, interesting. Okay. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, we'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over in the prosecutor's office. Okay, let's, there's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Poor Gumshoe. Okay, car door. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some kind of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Okay, that's the victim Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Okay. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Found this in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor's guy to do such a thing? Well, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Found, yeah. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. There were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Allow me to say one thing speaking as a okay. That's the photo that Miss Star took. Anything you can tell us about it? The Miss Star is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. Gumshoe law. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16, that's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Okay, victim shoe. Da, da, da. Huh? Nope. Okay. So, yeah. So now let's continue examining. So, this place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high tech around here. Okay, yep, that's fine. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Broad Lake, remember? Ooh, I couldn't remember that was in here. I didn't, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. There's like a reference to the Gold Lake case. Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or machine by its cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay, now let's slide to this part. Ooh, bloody handprint. Well, what's this? Blood. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Okay, wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case. The Case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a close look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try and put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh yeah, this puzzle. Okay. Huh? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to rotate it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's one piece. No pun intended for anime fans out there. No. 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 Yeah, there we go. Another piece. We're slowly piecing together the puzzle. That one. Yeah, there we go. And then, no. 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 Nope. There we go. Okay. That one? Maybe? No. Okay. That one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That one. No. Yeah, there we go. That one. Okay, so we're definitely putting this piece of evidence back together. That one? Yeah. And then finally, this one. Get it right. There we go. Wait, we're missing a piece. Oh no! The piece of evidence is incomplete. Haha. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record. Okay, so let's if you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Ooh, a glove. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Lol. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Ooh, rubber glove added to the court record. Very nice. Okay, there's an open... What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Voucher? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room. Yeah, maybe Gumshoe needs a better place to call his studio. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay, don't think there's anything else here. Okay, so let's move back and try presenting stuff to Gumshoe. Okay, that's fine. Okay, numeral. No? Spray to use. I like how I can just examine. Oh my god, it says Emma Sky on the bottom. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? Okay. So, right. Can I examine anything else, I wonder? Yeah, I think we're definitely all done examining. Pardon me. Okay, we're definitely not done here though, so... Oh, that's the door we just came in through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. Okay, yep. Just going through everything, double checking. I've definitely examined everything. Okay, let's try exploring other places. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Police department entrance. Move. Okay, I'm just going through and showing all of our new evidence to people to see if I can get any more leads. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, move. Really? Edgewise still isn't back yet? Okay. It's true. So, let's, detention center. No. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goblin's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. The straw was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Is there anything else about this jar? Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Okay. Okay, let me, criminal affairs, maybe? No? No. Move. Let's go to the Wright and Co. offices, and let's talk. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then let's move. Oh wait, hang on. 45% luminol fluid to Emma. This stuff is pretty expensive. You don't say. How much does it cost? I'd say about $10 per gram. I save up my allowance to buy it. Your allowance? Does your sister give you that? Yeah, we don't have parents. Right. Sometimes she even gives me a bottle instead of my allowance. A bottle of luminol testing fluid? Man, I just take the allowance myself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I have missed something in. We sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room and all, one for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why the cattle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Okay. This cactus sure is prickly. It must be real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy, the cactus has a name? Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and he couldn't get it off. A leather jacket, leather pants, and leather... Those aren't pants. Those are chaps, and that's a poncho up there. Aha, a poncho. It sure looks cool, but the name is a little silly. Oh, at least someone finally told Emma what it was called. Jeez. Okay. Look on the floor, it's a lasso. I just wrote me a steer with this here lasso. What? It was a bellowing moo pal. Moo! Detective Gumshoe, I presume. The evidence room is beyond that door. I turned on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. And I have the ID card. A real ID card. Let's get this investigation started already. Yes, I'm clearly missing something in the evidence room. So, yeah, let's see. Oh my god. There we go. Let's talk to him about the SL9 incident. Yeah, I just had a real head smack moment. Anyway, now that was a bloody violent case. Violent, so it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife? The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Okay, so, okay, right, let's examine, see if I can see, okay, yeah, so, okay, now can we present luminol fluid? No. Okay, so we've asked Gumshoe about the SL9 incident. So now, let's, keep going. Ugh. This hair, like, moving near my eye. Okay. Alright, okay. What else is there that I haven't looked at? No, there we go. Yeah, we've definitely examined everything in here. I'm just a bit confused about what the game wants me to do next. Maybe now Edgeworth will be back in the prosecutor's office, because he's like the one person we've not talked to yet. So yeah, Chief Gant's not at the offices, move, where am I going again? Underground parking lot, move. Wow, he's still not there. Okay. Yeah. Man, I forgot how confusing this part of the game is. Cause it's like I keep making progress and then I keep getting stuck because I'm not entirely sure about what I need to do next. Did I try and... Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's clearly something I'm like missing in the evidence room, like some kind of trigger or something to get to the next part of the story. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what it is. Because I've talked to Gumshoe about everything. I've examined everything. I'm guessing the only thing that's possibly left is maybe I'm missing something that I need to present to him. But then we still have that handprint to examine with luminol. And I'm trying to remember how I set that off, but yeah. Maybe I examine it again? What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use the luminol testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, I tried that. Or maybe I'm missing a way to use the fluid. Because if I present it, then it just shows it to Gumshoe. Oh, never mind, I'm dumb. There we go. I figured it out. Okay, so let's spray the handprint. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay. Is there any other bloodstains? Okay. Oh, another blood stain here. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. When do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Okay, is there any other traces around? Okay, is there any near the... Oh, yeah, there we go. Pay that. That's a lot of blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay, finally, we're gonna go talk to Mr. Edgeworth. But yeah, oh, sorry about that bonehead play, guys. Like, I totally forgot how to examine stuff, like examine handprints and stuff with the luminol. I totally didn't realize there was just a button to spray the luminol with, or like go into that mode. Oh, well, I didn't remember anyway, because I have played this game before, but yeah, clearly I'm a little rusty in some areas, but yeah, so yeah, let's move to the prosecutor's office. Police department, move, underground parking lot, then, move, high prosecutor's office, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, finally. Wait, what? It's the bellboy from the April May case. Oh my god, from Mia's case. Oh my god. Ah, guess, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna talk to Edgeworth. It's an inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. I've had them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Okay, tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the PD. The police department? Yeah. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police camp. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay, so let's present the ID record. Oh right, I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Oh, why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case I wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Is there anything else we can show to Edgeworth? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay, allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. He won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win the trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically tested for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. They wish you well, Will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Nice! Edgeworth gave us some fingerprinting, a fingerprinting, cotton bud, I don't know, and fingerprint solution. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Yep, time to go back to the evidence room. Underground parking lot, move. Police department entrance, move. Gas station, move. Evidence room. There we go. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker, let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose a finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell a difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, that one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. How do you do that? With Enter or X, see? It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I do that? With space. Exciting, I know. Yeah, I think the blur button might be Y on a controller, or triangle. Imagine you're blowing out candles on a birthday cake, see? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, mister, right? I guess I better give it a try. Okay, so let's boost. Oh, I was right, it is Y, or triangle. So yeah, I'm just gonna dust this whole area, because I want to get as much fingerprint as possible. I like how you literally can't dust like under the interface, like hood area. Okay, then let's blur. Wow, that was well executed by me. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're on it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yeah, there's a fingerprint right here. Okay, so let's do it again. And then yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, thank you, King Cash. Thank you for letting me know. I am planning on raiding him very shortly. But yeah, so I do plan on wrapping up the stream shortly, guys. But feel free to stick with me because we are going to be raiding one of my favourite wrestlers, one of my favourite people on the planet, Adam Cole, aka Chugs, or The Chugs. Yeah. So, yeah, I will be raiding him, so stick around, yeah, because I definitely want to watch his stream and see if he completes Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree today, but yeah, But yeah, thank you for the heads up, Cash. I really appreciate it. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. The dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on the evidence locker? Okay, Oh, wait, what? Gumshoe? Yeah, that is definitely Gumshoe. I guess that makes sense though, because I think that was his locker. Yeah, there we go. Match found. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. But yeah, so guys, I am gonna wrap it up here because as I said, there is someone that I really want to raid. I've been wanting to raid him since he came back on stream after having quite a long break from streaming due to him moving to a new house. But yeah, I am going to save my game, wrap up my stream, and then we are going to raid the one, the only, Adam Cole, aka Chugs. Yeah, and we're going to show him some love because I mean, you will see when we go on his stream, he is literally the most sweetest, genuine human ever. Like, oh, I love that man so much. But yeah, did that save? Yeah, that did save. Okay. So yeah. So let me just switch scenes here for a second. Okay. So let's raid Chugs. But as for me, so I'll be back online tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I will be back and I will be playing, I will be playing Yakuza 0. So, yeah, but yeah, we're gonna raid Chugs. Where is, Chugs? Just gonna, no, mute my own computer so you guys can't hear him in the background. But yeah, let's start the raid. But yeah, so let's raid Chugs, guys. But yeah, so I will hopefully be back at my normal time of 4 o'clock with some Yakuza 0 tomorrow. But yeah, let's go raid Chugs and yeah, have a great day, everyone.